Science 2, lesson number 1. The subtopic is mutation. Mutation is sudden change in the structure of genes. You have seen how the DNA is important for making proteins in last video, where I have explained you about central dogma. So in that you have understood that one triplet codon is responsible for information of one amino acid. So like this I have drawn a diagram of gene. Like this, many sequences of ATGC are present on the DNA. DNA is a double helical structure, you all know that. So gene is what? Any specific sequence of nucleotide which will have information for proteins, information from transfer of characters, or whether it will control the characters. That particular part on DNA is called as gene. So I have drawn a rough diagram where you can see I have drawn a few sequence of nucleotides ATGC that can be considered as one single gene. Now this is a natural sequence of nucleotide, natural arrangement of this 4 nucleotides on a gene. Sometimes when these genes are transferred from one generation to the next generation, a group of a few nucleotides may get changed or replaced. This is called mutation, a change in the structure of genes. Many a times mutations are good. Because of mutations, some new character is developed, some better characters are seen in the next generation. But in some cases the mutations are serious. They may lead to some abnormality in the individual or some harmful diseases. Okay, so one example of such disease I have written here is sickle cell anemia. This is related with RBC of the blood, red blood cells. The red blood cells lose their original shape, and so they cannot hold 4 molecules of oxygen. They can hold only 1, or sometimes they cannot even hold oxygen. So the person is unable to breathe properly because of lack of oxygen. I told you mutations can be good also. So what is good about mutations? I have written a point. New individuals of living organisms are produced due to transfer of genes, and when these genes they have certain mutations which are good, then this new individual will have a better and new character. Something more about mutation is that once a mutation takes place in the genes, then it is everlasting. It will never be corrected or changed. It will be there in the body of the person forever. Now these mutations have been studied by many scientists, and there was one scientist, Darwin. So Darwin has proposed a theory of natural selection. You have known this theory in your 9th standard. So according to this theory, Darwin says that whoever can survive are those which are selected by nature. That means he actually wanted to say that the individuals who have better characteristics, they can survive. So he basically proved that mutations takes place.